Okay, a very good morning children. Children, in the previous class we discussed different algebraic identities. Okay, so today let us discuss how they are applied, application of algebraic identities, how they are applied to problems. How can we apply the different algebraic identities that we learned in this class to problems. Okay, so see children, these identities are particularly used or useful in what? Either in expansion, I will discuss now everything. In the expansion of algebraic expression, okay, finding the value or to evaluate, that means I am giving one question. Let me discuss with example so that you will understand the thing better, okay. Suppose you see, suppose you are given an algebraic expression, you see, suppose you are given to expand, the question is expand, look at, suppose you are given to expand 2x plus 3y whole square. So how will you expand? This can be expanded in two ways. Okay, we can expand it in two ways. So what are the two ways? The first way is we can multiply 2x plus 3y two times directly, because we know how to multiply binomials. So here 2x plus 3y is a binomial and we are asked to find the square. So to expand it or to find the square, we can multiply it two times. Okay, that is one of the ways or methods. But using identity also we can expand. So whatever identity we learn, using one of those identities, we can expand it. So to use identity and expand is easier and less time taking than multiplying and finding the product or expansion of algebraic expression. Okay, I hope you understood. See children. Now suppose we will expand it using identity, algebraic identity. So then we have to think in which form, I mean it is in the form of which identity. We have already read 5 identities. So now the given expression is in the form of which identity, that we have to think. See, how to know that? Look at, suppose this is the first term, it is 2x. You can take it A. Okay, take it A. Then take this one as B. So if 2x is taken as A and 3y is taken as B, then it is in which form? It is in the form of identity what? A plus B whole square. You see, this is in the form of A plus B whole square. So where A equal to your 2x and B equal to 3y. See, now the given algebraic expression is in the form of A plus B whole square, where A is this and B is this. Okay, and you know what is the formula for identity A plus B whole square? It is A square plus 2AB plus B square. So you will put the value A square. You know the formula A square. A square means it is 2x whole square plus 2AB. 2 into 2x into b, in place of b you write down 3y. So a square plus 2ab plus b square. B square means 3y whole square. See, so it will be 4x square plus 2 to 4 is 12xy plus 9y square. See children, which is a trinomial. Now this is the expanded value. You see, if you expand this expression, you will get this trinomial. This is the expanded form or the expanded value of the given algebraic expression. So here we used identity for what purpose? We used the identity to expand or to find the expanded value of algebraic expression. Okay, so this is one of the applications that we can use the identity in expansion of algebraic expression. Okay, then what is the next identity? Let me give you another example. Suppose you see. Suppose you are asked a question, evaluate or compute, whatever you say, evaluate or compute square of 11 using identity. You see, using identity. Look at it. Children, it is a very simple question. If anyone asks you, evaluate 11 square, you can do it directly also by multiplying 11 two times. It will be 121, that everybody knows. But here the instruction is you have to use identity. So what I mean to say children is that we can use different algebraic identities in what? Evaluating or computing. I mean to evaluate or compute. Okay, some algebraic expressions we can also use identities. As the case is here, as the example is here. Now 11 square can be found directly by multiplying 11 and 11. But instead of multiplying 11 and 11 directly two times and finding the product, if you are asked to use the identity, then you have to think which identity you will use. Again, it is a big question. See children, it can be done in several ways. 11 square, you see, it can be put in the first identity form or in the form of second identity. See, I am doing the solution part. Look at. So 11 square. We want to evaluate the square of 11 using identity, not directly multiplying 11 and 11. Okay. Now, in this case, what will happen? Because it is not, you see, the question is not that you will use this particular identity, it is not given. So, whichever identity you feel suitable, you can use. See, what I mean to say, 11 we can break it as 10 plus 1 whole square. See, children. We can break 11 as 10 plus 1 whole square. So you can ask me, sir, why? Why not 12 minus 1? Yes, 11 can also be written as 12 minus 1 whole square. See. So that only what I wanted to say. We can put this number 11, okay, in the form of any identity we like. Okay, whatever identities we have read, we can put it now by writing 11 as 10 plus 1 whole square. See, by writing 11 square as 10 plus 1 whole square, now it has come in the form of which identity? It has come in the form of identity a plus b whole square, where a is 10 and b is 1. Now if you say it is 12 minus 1, if you write here 12 minus 1 whole square, then it will become a minus b whole square. But you will get the same answer or the same result. Okay. So, what I mean to say, children, we can break it 11 as 10 plus 1 whole square or 12 minus 1 whole square. You can say, sir, why 12 minus 1? Can't we write in break? Can't we break 11? In other way? Yes, 11 can be broken in many ways. Okay. Suppose 20 minus 9. 20 minus 9 is 11. You can also write 20 minus 9 whole square. You can break it in any way you like. But the convenient will be 10 plus 1. Because you see here 10, it contains some 0 and it is very easy to find the square of a number containing 0. You know 10 square is 100, 100 square is 10,000 like this. Okay. So if a number contains 0 at the end, it is easier to find the square. In that case, you need not multiply. You will not do any kind of multiplication in the rough work. Because by that you are going to consume some time. You are taking time. So that is the reason, if you break 11 either in this form, 10 plus 1. Okay, you can write 100 minus, you see, 100 minus what? 89. Okay, like this. So the best will be 10 plus 1 whole square. Now by writing it in the form of 10 plus 1 whole square, it has come in the which form? It has come in the form of a plus b whole square, where a is 10 and b is 1. And you know the formula for a plus b whole square. So it is a square means 10 square plus 2ab means 2 into 10 into 1 plus 1 square. Now it is 100 plus 20 plus 1. Clearly it is 121. And it is true that the square of 11 is always 121. Okay. So children, I hope you understood. So what was my intention? My intention is to convey you the thing or the message that we can use the identity, algebraic identity, in expansion, in finding value like this. Okay. This is here the two problems which I discussed. These are based on first identity, that is a plus b whole square. Similarly, the second identity will also find application in this manner. Okay, we can use the second identity, algebraic identity, in problems like this, in expansion, then in evaluating or computing, okay, the values of like this 11 square, 23 square, 150 square, any number you can find. You can find the square of any number. You can find the square of any number using identity 1 and 2. Okay. Whatever identities we read in identity 1 and 2. Okay. So then we will discuss some more problems, more applications. Let us see. Now let us consider another question. Suppose you are given, let us consider, I told you that identity 1 and 2, that is the first and second identities, they are particularly used in what? In the expansion, in expanding algebraic expression as well as finding the square of any number. The finding square of any, you can find the square of any number using identity 1 and identity 2. If you put it in identity 1 form, you will get whatever answer you will get. If you put the given that number, square of that number in the second, in the form of second identity, also you will get the same result. Okay. So now let us see application of third identity. What was the third identity, you recall? It was a square minus b square equal to a plus b into a minus b. Okay, so what is that, you see? Suppose, see, now find the product. Suppose the question is find the product. And the product means multiply. Suppose you want to multiply x plus 2y and into x minus 2y. See children, using identity. Directly you can multiply because these are two binomials and you know how to multiply them. Without multiplying directly, how will you find their product? You see, this is one algebraic expression, is a binomial, this is another binomial. Okay. Now to find the product using identity, how to do? Let us see. Now to find the product, first we have to think, it is in the form of which identity? That is very, very important. Okay. So it is in the form of which identity? Look at children. Suppose you take x, you assume or take x as a and take 2y as b. So if you take x as a and 2y as b, now this expression will become what? A plus b. Now, and this expression will become what? A minus b. So it is in the form of, it will be in the form of a plus b into a minus b. You see, that means it is in the form of a plus b into a minus b, where a equal to x and b equal to your 2y. And you know what is the formula for a plus b into a minus b? What is the formula? It is a square minus b square. Now you write the formula and put the value a square minus b square. So it will be, what is the value of a? It is x, take the square of x. What is the value of b? 2y, take the value of, put the value of b. So now this will be x square minus 4y square. See children. So to find the product or to multiply these two, I did not multiply them directly. What did I do? Rather I used the identity. Which identity? The third algebraic identity. That is a plus b into a minus b. That means first I brought these two binomial in the form of a plus b and a minus b into a minus b. Okay. Then I put the formula a square minus b square. Then I put the values and I got the answer. Okay. So this is the product. This will be the product of these two binomials, which we found not directly by multiplying them, but by using identity. Okay. So in this way, the algebraic identity finds a wide application, particularly in this type of problem. Okay. So finding the product, third identity will use for finding the product. First two identity will use particularly what? For expansion, to expand algebraic expression which are in the form of a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. Then evaluating or computing the square of any number, we can use identity 1 and 2. Okay. So these are some of the applications, and we will discuss more application about identity 4 and 5 in the next class. Children, I hope whatever I am discussing or I discuss, you are understanding. Okay. I hope you understood, children. Thank you. We will discuss the rest thing in the next class.